Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second map. It's taken a little bit of a while to get here. We had a small tech issue. But it does seem like, I think we're live now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we definitely are. So, obviously map number 1, going to Sinister. This time we're going to see B5 on their T side. Sinister going to be on the CT retake, already toward this A bomb site. As Slowy is able to take out Zeo, makes it down into a 5 versus 4, and that at least gives the opportunity of B5 to be able to close out this pistol. All 4 players of Sinister wrapping out from jungle. As Custom finds a first, many trades made in return. And a very swift pistol round out of that T side. Of course, the odds brought to you by gg.bet for the miners. For all the qualifiers, all the odds, of course, brought to you by gg.bet. So, Sinister5 onto their eco this time. Not wanting to overcommit. Don't want to be fully investing at this sort of stage. Of the game itself. Still, E5, of course, should be able to take away this second round with relative ease. Should be no challenge out of Sinister this time. Still, with 55 seconds on the clock, though, Flex does at least walk past Tiante. Spotted in return, but taken down at least. A single frag to go into the favor of Sinister. But apart from that, nothing else should be going in their way. This will now give Sinister a very good chance to, of course, will be buying into the next round. Still, with Sinister obviously having the 1 map lead, especially on a map that supposedly, with Sinister picking Dust 2, this is definitely a map that Big 5 can play. Both of them having victories on it, a 16-9 against Vinco for Sinister, and a 16-12 against XD. And crazily enough, Big 5 have a 100% round win percentage after getting the first kill. Let's see if we can prove that. There's Carney pushing onto the bomb site, looking. There's the first kill. Let's see if they can confirm the round. A 0 chance. Trade back, Takbuk to return one of his own. Great damage done to Hackham as well. And as as he's closed down inside of the smoke, that prophecy might actually be true. And there it is. They found the first kill. They've won the round. Sinister5, they'll be going for that save. Taking, of course, the AUGs into the next round. And here we go. B5 going to take a little bit of a pause as well. Looks like a little bit of an issue going in their favor. Hopefully that does get sorted. And we can see the game live very, very soon. But obviously after this match, in probably not an hour and 20's time, maybe 2 hours, we will have the winner of this match, whether that's done in 2 or 3 maps, playing against COLY, who won the previous best of 3, obviously when the Go TVs died on us. But it was a 1916 for COLY on Train. But of course, as we do have a little bit of a tech issue, I will throw it back to pre-game. Hopefully, we get live soon, and we'll see the issues fixed. We'll be back in around, hopefully, a couple of minutes' time.
Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. were older, we couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under beach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
Alright, there we go. Now bring us live back into the game, of course. Took a little bit of a while to fix the issue, but able to get back underway, hopefully, very soon. A little bit of a tech pause that saw B5 having to disconnect, reconnect from the server. But it looks like we are about to go live. And there we go. So, of course, B5 winning the gun round off of Sin, meaning that they've now been down to more of a force by eco kind of round. Dio spending all of his economy though, so gonna have to be careful about what they get back out of this. Even so, Flex, as he's able to land the initial kill of the round at least. Going to give the slight advantage over to Sinister. Smoke goes down inside of Connector, though. Nice grenade, but not a lot of damage to be taken off of it. Even with the pistols on the side of Sinister, they're still looking pretty solid. Especially if they can get themselves a couple more kills. Oh, and look at Hacken right now in position, but still. Tianti to find 2 frags that essentially should be closing out the round at least. And as Zio picked off as well, it's Devo with the AUG trying to strike back, but all that he can do is damage. At least finds a kill. Made it back into a 3 versus 2, but both men inside of CT spawn. And as the first does fall, second to follow, 4-0. B5 going to be finding themselves a nice set of consecutive rounds. Keeping plenty in their favor. A very scrappy rebuy out of the CT side as well. 3 AUGs. An AWP and a 5.7. It's not as healthy as they would like, but fair enough. Still with a lot of time for Sin5 to come back. We've got to remember that B5 on the first map, pretty successful T side. But was it Sin? No, it was Sin that had a good T side. They took 9 rounds. No, they didn't. They took 6 rounds on their T side. With B5 only being able to get 2 of their own. Oh, nice little trade back, and with Takbok being down to 4 points of health, already being able to take over toward this B-bomb site. Zio, nice frag back onto Tianti. And at least looking for more. 40 seconds on the clock, bomb to be planted. With 2 players inside of Kitchen, with Zio to come up from short, there is definitely a chance of this retake paying dividends. Couple of bait shots to be made at least by Zero Chance with the AWP. Flash out towards short, spots the first, a reply, but info gathered, and Slowy now has to be very, very careful. Time is ticking though. Maybe rushing it a little bit there. Zero Chance has to go and save. And that's a 5th round to B5 and probably a 6th to come as well, considering they do not have economy.
Terrorists win.
But even so, as that T side playing very clean so far. Sinister5 back onto their eco. Or at least a semi-buy. There's a little bit of cash and some investment made at least. Hackham has to be careful, but a nice first shot onto Tianti. Does get traded back pretty evenly. I wouldn't even send Zero Chance in at this point. I'd just make him go and save. If they get kills with pistols, then fair enough. But right now, they might actually be doing this. Slowy to return fire, but Zero Chance with that AWP. Has to be careful. There is Slowy yet again to finish. A 6-0. As we see that T side beginning to prosper again. This is looking very good so far. This is going to be solid out of B5. I mean, considering the T side that they had in the previous map on Dust 2, where they were only able to get themselves like 2 rounds on that T side. And they're going to be feeling a lot more confident, especially with this being Mirage, a map that definitely does favor toward the CTs. And so, with this CT side back onto a rebuy, AWP in the hands of Zeo, that's the one thing we need to see prosper. On a CT side, if you can't utilize your AWP, you're going to be in a real tough spot. Devo, however, that's beautiful. A double inside of mid. Arnie able to reply with a frag of his own, however. And down into a 3 versus 3. Smoke dropped at least the cover CT spawn. But Bomb is a little bit in no man's land. Still 2 men toward the B site as... Oh, 0 chance. If he gets up on ticket box right now, Carney should find the kill. But luckily, not going to happen just yet. Custom to come out of the top of A ramp himself. Flashbang to go down. 0 chance, actually playing this very smartly. Not wanting to overextend himself. There it is, though. And Bomb this time to be planted. Devo inside of CT. Zeo coming in from potentially jungle. Might drop himself down into connector. Who knows? Flash is good, but not good enough. As Zeo finds a first. They know where the second man is now. And as they do take the kill, it is down into a 1 versus 2. Smoke to be dropped, though. And surely Devo just sticks this now. He's got himself the round in Sin5. They finally put one on the board, even denying at AWP into the next round. Finally able to open up here. And it took them a sweet minute, but they've definitely got there now. They just have to be able to make consecutive rounds here. They cannot afford to be giving up any more. And essentially have to try and make at least a 6-6 tie. Get the T side as weak as possible. And try and build up from there. Or else it's going to start to get very difficult. To the point where most likely Sin5 could have even taken victory in this first half. It is still a possibility. But not winning consecutive rounds is going to be the downfall of that. And this time, 5 AKs in the hands of B5. Decent utility to work with as well. Ooh, flex though. Gonna be safe in the corner at least. Smoke to block him off, but this is all a huge fake. Tackbot to fall back straight away. And they probably have realized by now that it is going to be the A-bomb site that is being taken. Especially for the fact that B5 themselves already making their way out of it. Custom to land the first and Tianti with the second. Luckily Devo to trade, but Zeo, he'll land one of his own. Bomb to be planted at least. And Slowy, I like the idea of this position. Gets himself on a nice little height advantage, but head was spotted. Zeo picks him off. And a 3 versus 2, especially with Tackbot down to low HP. Both players to play very safe toward ramp. And at this point, they don't have a smoke, but as the first man dead, Carney has to move, but he's way too late for it. And that gives a second round to Sin5. Starting to make some consecutive moves, and that's what they have to keep up. Cannot afford to be dropping any more rounds in these next couple, especially when they're losing a couple of players. That's the one thing that will make their lives much harder. But even so. Ooh, Carney. Making his way down toward the A site somehow. He's already out. Gets himself 2. And even with Flex able to respond. Great damage done to Custom and Carney. Oh my god, Zio, that was a shot and a half. That was through a wall there. And Zio, he knows where Custom is. Nice shot, but a trade again. Hack'em this time to close down, but it's Tianti to keep the round alive. And B5 making it 7-2. Going to ensure that CT side back down to pistols for now. Not going to be as prosperous as they would like. And still Hack'em and Flex. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're finding all the kills right now. Luckily traded back into a 2 versus 2, however. And still able to make the round go in their favor.
Meanwhile, and be right back in about.
Well, as that bomb is planted, a 1 versus 2. Trying to stick the defuse, and as they, shut down the man himself. It seems like they might have just done that.
Counter-terrorists win.
And they find themselves a 7-3. Able to take success out of an eco round. And fair enough. That is definitely the way to be doing things. But still, of course, as we do move in to an eco round out of B5, a little bit of a pistol forced buy out of them. It's not going to be anything as crazy, but even so. They still bagged themselves a bomb plant, which is fair enough. But a pretty swift retake out of the CTs that sees them go up to a 4th round. The thing is right now, even if it's a close first half, even if they can make it a 9-6, an 8-7, best thing about it is that pistol round is going to decide a lot. And of course, as we do move in the 12th round, getting toward the end of the first half. Making it a little more safer. For Sin5 as they want to close out at least a competitive scoreline, but even so, Custom. He'll land himself the first kill at least. Making sure that up to now, not going to be as Didn't shut me down. I'm sorry. Oh, 5 versus 4, and with 45 seconds on the clock, at least makes it a little easier for Big 5 to head out onto the A-bomb site, especially with Zeo, the only man in any sort of defense. If Custom peeks right now, probably going to land himself a free kill. But with how many players are now heading towards him, there's the first kill. The ante to respond at least and trade back into a 4 versus 3, but bomb has to be planted. There's Tianti making sure that they can't deny it anytime soon. We'll just ensure that up to now... Oh, Devo, nice little retake though. That is where things can get a little risky, but Custom, as he responds with one of his own. I need to find 2 more, close down the round. That's an 8-5. Sorry, 8-4. It's been a long day already. Forgive me. Still, with B5 at least closing out the minimum rounds required in the first half. And especially with the fact that if they do take away this round from Sinister5, most likely going to see that CT side down at least double digits going into the second half. And that is going to be quite the risk that they have to take. But of course, B5 playing pretty well so far. Not wanting to give up too much in the round itself, though, playing pretty slowly. Never heard about these teams before? Me neither, to be fair. A little bit of research coming into it. Flex having a pretty decent career with Energy back in 2018. But still shut down from Sin5. A 4-on-2 that's slowly while still trying and trade, and does. Takbok the same though. Luckily Hackham, he's able to trade in return. That could have gotten very dangerous, but they keep him dead. They make sure that the round goes in their favor. An 8-5. And that T side, of course, not going to be as economically safe as they would like. Yeah, it's still very interesting. Obviously with the major giving, or the Asian minor giving a slot to South Africa. It's obviously we get to see some teams that we probably wouldn't. Sexy voice, keep it up. Thank you, man. I literally said thank you, man, and your name is the man. Perfect. I assume with you watching this game, and obviously, I assume you're playing for TOLY. I assume you're doing a little bit of your research, seeing what they can bring to the table. I mean, 0 chance finding the first kill. Yante to be shut down, and with Takbok tagged as well, makes it just that little bit more difficult, considering that the T's have forced into this round. They shouldn't particularly be getting too much out of this, and with the fact that Sin5 can probably make this into an 8-7 right now, if they win this round, there's going to be not a lot left for the final round. And as that 2-for-2 trade comes through, it just leaves Slowy in a 1v3. And even as he tries to aggress, a little bit of a whiff there from Devo. You can tell that he was shocked by that one. But still, 8-6. And yeah, you can see that B5, they have absolutely nothing now. That will definitely be an 8-7, surely. T-side going to take a little bit of a tactical timeout, but not that it will particularly add anything to the round in itself. Bet on TOY. They look really solid in their game, to be fair. They were actually performing pretty well. Still, though, we're about to run out of pauses, considering that it's another tech issue for B5. With the fact that the T side, I think, and CT side have ran out of pauses. TLY was taken. Rip. Yeah, because I saw a lot of people in chat were like, TLY. And I'm like, you're missing out a letter. But they, yeah, I assume you guys are called TLY. In 5 comeback? I mean, it's looking possible. Especially for the fact that right now B5 have literally nothing into the final round. Also, by the way, if I'm replying very slowly to you guys, there is a 90-second delay on the stream. I would like to talk in real time, but obviously it's not possible. That was Sin5. Into a 3v3. Oh, Carney. Oh, deleted by Zio. That was really unfortunate timing for him. If he was just a second more, he would have been fine. But unfortunately, it's not to be. Still in this 3 versus 2. 35 seconds on the clock. That's unfortunate. Tiante caught. Trying to head around towards CT spawn. Flex to finish. An 8-7. And right now, this is actually looking really decent for Sinister5. Considering the fact that it was more... It was like a 7-2, 7-1, something like that. And now it's an 8-7. It's looking really decent. And especially if they can take that pistol round, they put themselves in a very strong position. And we probably finish the game with no delay. That's the best thing for me, because right now it's going to be a late one if we finish. If this goes to a 3rd map, then we're probably going to finish at like midnight, 1 AM, something like that. But obviously these games are very good so far. Still, E5, of course, on their CT side. Going to go for that rotate straight away. They know that it's probably going to be the A-bomb site, but not that they can prevent it. Hackbot can, though. As he finds 2, Hackham finally to close him down in return. What's the nade trajectory? Because we're on a GoTV that's, like, across the other side of the world, it makes it a little a little random on our end. It's fine on the server, obviously, but... Ooh, damage done, but Slowy. He somehow still gets the frag. Flex able to trade back again, though, making it into a 1 versus 1, and with so much time left. He can definitely do this, but Tiante, he makes it work, closing it down 9-7. Also, I've got to agree, Ramen is so good. And definitely, that's a username that I can get behind every day. Still, with that 9-7, D-side just going to go for an eco. Knowing, of course, that they can have that buy round in the next. The scary part is, obviously, B5, they had a 9-6 lead going into the second half. It'll be a 10-7 before Sinister can buy. But then we saw Sinister5 get 10 rounds in a row. On Dust 2 to close out the game itself. And still, Devo, great damage done. Though we dropped down to 3 points of health, but not that it should matter too much. Still. Double figures, at least secured by the CT side. AK purchase to come through now, though. And this is realistically the one round that B5 have to win. Doing so would put them in a very good position. To not only take the lead even more considerably, but all but confirm a very nice barrier being set up. Ooh, Slowy towards short, though. That should be a free kill. No, it's not, though. Okay, fair enough. Even so, Tianti smoked off inside of window. And with this being the first gun round of Sin5, it's one that they realistically have to perform in. Beautiful spray down by Carney, though. Flex to trade swiftly, ensuring the man advantage doesn't get completely out of hand. Although, 45 seconds on the clock, and even in this 4 versus 4, every single man to head toward the A site. Hack'em is going to be pretty vital in this site take. As that smoke dissipates toward jungle. Oh, Tackbot, great damage done. Evo down to 35. Some nades in response. A spam by Slowy. Not going to land anything just yet. Tianti forced back and Molotov to go down. 15 seconds on the clock, and they will have to force the plant fairly soon. Custom, nice shot through the smoke, though, and that'll close down Zio. Bray with that UMP to leave Tackbot down to 7 points of health. As they try and go for this retake. Oh, beautiful. Tianti closing down Flex. And as they shut down Devo, it's every man to fall. The FAMAS doing beautiful work there.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And that will see Sin5 having to take themselves a tactical pause. Now that B5 going to be putting themselves in a pretty good position. 12-7, definitely a possibility, and should be as well. Plenty of money, of course, to go to Sin5 in the next round. But for this one, this should be all the CTs getting the rewards out of this one. Oh, 0 chance, however. That's a beautiful first shot. Slowy to be shut down. Tianti has to be careful. He's tagged down to 62 and won't want to overstep his mark. Mid control being taken by Sin5. I love it. Boosting a player inside of jungle as well. I'd love to see him right now go straight through CT vents. If it's open. We're not sure whether it is. We'll find out though. Because I'm a little intrigued. He can get through CT vents, which is definitely a possibility. That could have been perfect. Tianti traded back, but Devo caught out. And that's probably the master plan denied. Still, they do spot at least a first man, but Zio going to be closed down inside of kitchen. Takbok even aware of the flank. Hackham not allowed any room to breathe. And that's 12-7. B5 taking a 5-round lead, as their name would suggest. Don't know why I made that joke. It applies for both teams. South Africans seem to love, you know, whacking a 5 on the end of their name. And so, as we do head into round number 20. B5 taking this round gives them a very strong chance at all but confirming map number 3. With a minute on the clock and already a first man of Flex dead. Going to be a little more difficult right now for Sin5 to be able to perform. Carney, nice shot through the smoke. He even does damage onto 0 chance as well. And as he finds the kill himself. Custom to close down one more. That's a 13-7 confirmed. B5 playing very, very well so far.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And so, 13-7, one of the final buy rounds for Sin5 before they crash out of map number 2 and we go to Overpass, which realistically would delay the final game by around 30 minutes, but you know, we'll take it. It's been a very exciting series so far. Custom to be forced back at least, but he's remaining safe. Already great damage done. The nade to come flying on through as well, but no damage to be done actually. A little surprised at that, but Custom and Slowy, they're already able to force out 2 players. A third taken down and make it 4. That is absolute dominance out of B5. That is 14 and probably 15-7. Although, with the bomb plant, they are able to guarantee some decent economy.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Even so. Tactical pause to be taken by B5 up, oh sorry, by Sin5 up to now. And that should just leave B5 to be able to close out this game, providing that they win this one. Because it has to be a buy round, surely. Realistically, coming into this, if they can take victory, it's going to be working out very well for them. Oh, Carney inside of Connector. How do you give up such an opportunity? At least able to trade twice, though. Bomb to be planted. Devo and Hack'em to be tagged down to 7 as well on that CT side. So much damage to be inflicted. And there's Slowy trying to peek from... Oh, sorry, Devo trying to peek from Sandwich. Smoke to go down inside of CT. Blocks off at least a bit of aggression, but Hack'em, he'll be able to strike. Traded back again, but it's now down to 0 chance, and he's inside of jungle. Tries to get onto the bomb at least. Time is ticking though. Oh, the molly. Oh my god, he might have just got it. Oh my god, he did. No way. Oh my god, Custom. He just saved Beef. I mean, not that they needed saving, but he has just absolutely clutched it. And that seems like, unfortunately, it might be time out right now for Sin5, and we look like we're heading to a third and final map. And so, AK purchase, yet again in the hands of Sin5. They've had this a lot. The money always going to be helping you out for the fact that you're on the T side. Able to break out onto the A-bomb site yet again. Takbot forced to retreat, but Carney, as he finds 2, it's Takbot. Oh my gosh, Carney. Beautiful shots out of him. And Custom, as he moves in from Connector. A one-man advantage, make it 2. And Flex as he trades it back, though. It's down to Custom again to win a 1v1. He did it in the last round, and he's definitely capable of doing it again. And there it is. B5, they take map number 2, and we head to a third, heading into Overpass. And with that being said, we'll be live in around 5 minutes' time for the start of map number 3.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games, and 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.